What's good, YouTube? This video is about knowing what you are looking for, and is he the guy for you? People often fail at picking suitable partners and then throw up their hands in frustration as if it wasn't the betrayal of their own standards that got them there. I talk to women every day who are sick of dating. They've had enough, and when I ask enough of the right questions, it becomes very apparent that they were spark chasing. Meaning they focus so much on the attractive traits and feeling sparks fly that they ignore character flaws, red flags, and disqualifying attributes of potential partners. Many women do this their whole lives and never find lasting loves. If you don't get anything else from this video, ladies, do yourself this favor. Mentally go over every guy that you unsuccessfully pursued, had a crush for, or felt sparks with. Take inventory of the things that trigger you to want a guy. Make sure those things or attributes are emotionally healthy for you. I've spoken to way too many women whose primary trigger of attraction or whose spark was emotional unavailability. Now, how can one ever find happiness chasing rejection? You can't. And in time, it does quite the number on a woman's self-esteem. Other women I've spoken to have a sense of masochism. Their primary trigger is being denied validation, and some even prefer a little bit of mental abuse. The shittier a guy talks to them or treats them, the more they want his approval, the more they chase him. In time, when the fog clears, regret does set in, but not before they waste years of their lives nurturing the abuser, who's nurturing in them low self-esteem. If you've uttered these words more than twice in your life to your friends, but he's just too nice, stop to double check that you don't have a misguided idea of what masculinity is. Some guys are too nice or feminine, but other times women just have a screwed up idea of manliness. There is toxic masculinity in men, and there's oftentimes toxic ideas of masculinity in women. In a relationship, like any other major purchase, if there's no criteria set, you could be headed for some buyer's remorse. For example, if you were buying a house, you'd say, I want a pretty brick house with 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, an open kitchen, and a 2-car garage, amongst other things. You wouldn't see a beautiful house on sale and go right to the bank to take out a loan on the house before you even looked inside of it. Not before you walked through the rooms or had the building integrity checked or inspected. Not before you analyzed the spaces and had the kitchen and the bathrooms checked. You would never commit yourself to a mortgage of any kind before you thoroughly looked inside that house. You would require all the information available to you before you made that purchase. Costs, taxes, mortgage, payments, and interest. If you're smart, you'd ask how long it's been on the market or how many times has it been sold. If you're weird like me, you'd even ask if it's haunted or if there are any spiritual disturbances. The point is, you be thorough, and people execute this concept when making large purchases, but they often abandon it when pursuing a crush or a relationship. They get tunnel vision and forget what it is they're looking for, and forget how certain character traits in other people can negatively affect them. They're so excited to get to their idol or their crush that they forget to evaluate the person. Metaphorically speaking, they don't check the roof condition or the mental health. They forget to analyze the space or a person's capacity to love them. The build quality or the moral foundation goes unnoticed for so many. If you're seeking a guy, you might want tall, loyal, handsome, dependable, and honest. You might want a funny, genuine, spiritually grounded teammate. You may want an ambitious, powerful, charismatic, motivational leader. You may want charm or romance, thoughtfulness, or patience. It amazes me how tunnel vision we get when we pick or have a crush on somebody. We sometimes throw out all the prerequisites and excitement and jump into situations that have none of our needs. Women often go spark chasing and lose focus on what they need for their emotional health. They don't properly vet or screen character flaws. When things fall apart or they finally come down from the high of being with a new crush, they realize how poorly built their new boo is. By that time, they're invested, pregnant, or in love with no real place to go but down. I say all that to say this. Before you start a new relationship with someone, no matter how you feel about them, do an integrity check, do an inspection. Check his social media, observe his relationships, assess his energy, learn about his motivations, identify his mental health, know his STD status, measure his temper, observe his response to adversity, fill out his sense of responsibility to people other than himself. Check his background, know his credit score, be sure of his true intentions. Watch for how he treats people. Make sure he possesses the qualities that you need to feel emotionally secure. You need to know shit about a man before you commit yourself to him, ladies. Anyway, I suppose I said enough. Please share my videos. It really helps the channel. Follow me at KevHick24 on Instagram.com. I'll get with y'all later.